All right, everybody. I have not been on the platforms in this way with this channel and LinkedIn channel for a while, but it's not because of laziness. It's because I've been actually putting in the work with my new AI company. And I want to talk about my experience with building this company. We finally got it profitable. So starting this AI company in October of 2024 with having to build the actual product that we were going to put out to market and then test the product and then get the product to sell. So that was a lot of work to do that, but I think we got the secret recipe. And also, I don't think at that time I had even told you what the name of the company was. The name of the company is Summons Master. You can go to summonsmaster.com to check that out. This is a company that was an idea from work that we've done with our clients with another company that I own with Credit and Debt. And I just had to come up with a solution to actually be able to continue taking on the demand. And I had this big idea about how how I could create this AI solution, but I had to put a lot of pieces together to number one, create it and then get it to work and to manage it. I'm also going to throw in a bonus in this video. If you're in any business, you're going to want to hear this part because I'm going to talk about the 4 levels of business. I believe that one of the main reasons why most people fail at business is because they don't know what level their business is at. Now, what I mean by what level is the level of education of the consumer who's going to buy your products or services. Let me give you a quick example, and then I'm going to dive right into the AI. How I was able to transform one of my businesses, creating an AI product. Let me give you an example though of the education of the consumer. About close to 20 years ago, with my advertising and marketing business, we would advertise in print for junk car buyers, where they were, people want to sell their junk car, they would buy it from them. Now, at the beginning, they just had to put an ad that said, got a junk car, we'll pick it up for free. Because they were going to make their money scrapping it, sometimes selling some of the parts, catalytic converters. You already know about that big problem that's going around. It's kind of calmed down a little bit. My wife and I experienced that catalytic converter theft issue personally from our RV. That thing cost $5,000 to replace. Thankfully, the insurance company paid 90% of it, but we still had to pay a deductible on that. So, but when we first started doing the advertisements for these business owners, they could just put an ad saying, we'll pick up your junk car, your unwanted vehicle for free. Because the consumer thought, hey, they're doing us a favor. We know that if someone is towing something, they usually charge. Later, as the consumer got more educated, they were like, well, we should get paid some money. But they didn't actually have the knowledge about how much they should get paid. They just thought that they should get paid some money. So the advertisers would say, we'll buy your junk car. They would say how much. They would just say, we'll buy it. Listening and talking to some of the business owners, they were buying cars for $100, $200. Turning around, scrapping them $300, $400, $500, depending on the vehicle, depending on the weight. Later, fast forward to where we are today, listening to the calls from some of my advertisers, the person will actually say, I want to get this amount for my car. I know you're selling the converter, all of this stuff. So one of the main problems with business owners is that they don't know what level their business is at. And it frustrates them because they're like, why can't I get customers? And they see Joe Blow down the street with a raggedy business, and he got all of these customers either coming in or he's doing a lot of business. Well, I'm going to talk about the 4 levels of business and what you have to pay attention to depending on what level your business is at. And with my AI company, I'm going to tell you what level that business was at. So now, If you are in business, I'm here to tell you, and I didn't think this way at the beginning, AI is changing everything. And you can implement AI into every business. It does not matter. Whatever business you have, you can implement AI into it. And I'm going to talk to you about how you can do that, because it takes a mindset shift. Your belief of things that can be possible has to increase, because that's what happened to me is when I said that this is what I wanted and I believe it could be created, it was created. So this is what you have to start thinking about. AI can replace a certain number of tasks either in your business, or it can by performing those tasks, or you can utilize AI with the performance of those tasks. That's going to be determined by what tasks you're looking at having done. Another thing that you need to understand is that AI makes your business, it will make your business run a lot easier. It will make the business owner a lot less stressed out. Believe me, because I'm actually, with my AI company that I have, I used to have a number of contractors or employees that were performing the work that was done, that is now being done by that AI model 100% without my implementation. As a matter of fact, when a user uses that AI product, SummersMaster.com, and I get paid from them using it, and I don't have any other expense other than the servers and the all of the AI applications that were put together to create the finished product, I have a strange feeling, because it's like, what do I got to do? I don't got to do nothing but just look at the sales that came in, because there's no labor that is needed for that product. So you just here's one of the things that I learned early with creating my product, SummersMaster.com, is that I had went to two companies, and the first company I told them, because if it couldn't be done the way I wanted it to be done, then I wasn't going to do it. First company I went to, they tried to talk me out of it, rather than not doing it. They tried to talk me out of doing it because they said it was impossible. They said, Steve, it is totally just impossible for you to be able to do what you want to do. What did I want to do? I wanted my potential clients, my clients, to be able to get their summons document. Here's one here. To put these documents into our application, and it create a fully formatted summons response to their lawsuit with an affirmative defense based off of the documents and the way that the attorney who is suing them presented the case. They were like, Steve, it cannot happen. But here's the thing, is that we've been helping our clients do that going on now 5 years. So we had a provable system in place, but it had a lot of labor, very labor intensive to be able to do it. Using attorneys, using paralegals, and using my staff, a combination. Very costly, but it was very profitable also. So me with this is like great advice for you. People don't tell you this stuff for some reason. I said to myself, Steve, what did you tell yourself? You know, we talk to ourselves a lot of times, don't we? Like, who are we talking to when we say we're talking to ourselves? Are we talking to ourselves, or are we talking to that voice? So I said to that voice that sometimes is very silent and will hold you back from things that have not been created, that you kind of feel a little bit scared of going out there because you're going to be the only one out there on that ledge. But I said to myself, you said that if you can't do it this way, you will not create, you won't do it, because you know from experience what it needs to be. The customers, they're too afraid of making a mistake. They don't want to have to type anything. They don't want to have to do the fingers. They don't want to have to do nothing. Steve, you said that you wanted to make this product, and you wanted to make it where all they had to do is sign and date it. That was it. So then once I had that decision made in my head, company number one, big X. You can't do it. We won't use you. I got to find a company that would be able to do it. Guess what? Because I'm a believer in the universe, the way if you put it out there, it's going to come to you. The next company, the next person that I talked to happened to be the right person. And we together put together the entire team that created Summons Master. So the AI company did not exist, but they were individuals that knew how to do what I wanted to get created. And the first thing they did is they proved to me, they said, Steve, first thing that we're going to do is going to prove to you that you can upload a document, and using natural language processing, it will scan that document and get the data that you need. That's step number one. Can it scan the documents and get the data that's needed to create the finished product? That's what had to be done first. So they proved that to me. And when I say they, it was one individual. We had to put together a team. So when he told me, hey, this is what's going on, I'm prove this to you. Next thing is it's going to cost some money to build this team. It's going to cost some money to utilize the platforms, but it's going to cost some money to build this team. I already had in my mind this product was built. It was in my mind. I had already spoken into existence. I didn't even have a name, Summons Master, at that time. I had came up with a list of names, went to my wife and said, which one? She circled Summons Master right away. She was like, I don't even know why you didn't even pick this one. Right away, it just jumped out at her. She was like, the other names, just throw them off to the side. SummonsMaster.com. But we didn't even have a name. But so he was like, Steve, it's going to cost some money. I was like, I already made up my mind. I'm going to spend the money because I believe in this 100%. So that's another thing. If you believe in something 100% and you cut the bridge, you burn the bridge behind you, you're going to go ahead and move forward and get it done, because my mindset moving forward was getting stuff done. So now let me tell you about dealing with programmers, dealing with people who understand how to do this stuff. They think entirely different than the regular average business owner. They do not think like if I even talking back and forth about how I saw something and the way I explained it, programmers don't understand it that way. So regardless if when you decide or to work with a company, you better make sure that you get with the right people and potentially have someone in between that's going to know how to bridge that. I don't know if I'm just lucky. I'm a good communicator with people. I do listen a lot to people. Like when people are talking to me, I will sit there and listen to them, and then I will figure out a way to help them understand what I'm trying to get across. So that was one of the lessons though that I had to learn, is that programmers dealing with these teams, it could probably frustrate people, especially if they don't have the time and they're running their business and they're like, hey, we just need it this way. And because they don't understand it from the business mind aspect. They understand it from a programmer, from an employee type process of, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. They don't see the whole picture of how you have to put that whole thing together and make it sell. As a matter of fact, I believe, they didn't say this, but I believe that when we were putting it together, and when I say putting it together, my idea and giving it to them for something to put together for me, I don't even believe that they thought that it would work. But when they started seeing the sales come in, I think that it blew their mind, because they did not know the value of my marketing experience, that I know how to take a product from zero to making money with it. They're good with programming, they're not good with marketing. And that ended up making us actually make an AI company that I will be introducing in the future. So if you ever want to have something created, I think that you should have a conversation with us, because if you get with the wrong company, number one, they can make you accept less. When if you can get your AI product put together the right way, you're in the future. Like what I created with Summons Master is in the future. Like people haven't even caught up in their understanding about how something like this can work. So that gets me into the 4 levels of business, because with getting Summons Master into the profitability, getting it profitable, I had to understand these 4 levels of the business, and I got my notes right here. There's more to it, but I'm just going to break it down so we don't have a video, 1 hour long video. Maybe I'll do a webinar or something on it, but right now. So let me just tell you. So there's 4 levels of business, and mainly this is coming from the education of the consumer. The education of the consumer is what makes them skeptical about doing business with you, doing business with us. And we all are going to have to go through this at some sort of a level. It may look different, but it's really the same ideas running through the customer's mind when they're evaluating if they should do business with you. And it doesn't matter if you have a restaurant, it doesn't matter if you're a car dealer, if you have a product or service, if you have an AI product, if you have weight loss pills or some stuff, whatever it is, it does not matter. These 4 levels remain the same for every business. So level number 1, and you see this a lot with the drug companies when they're advertising on TV. The person doesn't even know they had a problem. They do not know they had a problem. So the focus of the business is to convince the individual that you have a problem. So let me give you an example of one. The eye drop commercial, where they're putting the drops, it got the little thing over, the little purple dots over the eyebrow. You'll see this now that I just said it, you'll see it. But it's saying, I just thought I had dry eyes. They came up with a problem name for it. So that's level number 1. That's level 1 of a business, is you have to get the individual to believe that they have a problem, and then they'll use your product. It makes it easy for your product to be used when it's a level 1 if they believe they had a problem. I must admit, I had the dry eye, itchy problem, and I was thinking to myself, I got to get this product. And then I was like, I don't like getting drugs and stuff. I won't even take painkillers for stuff. And, I was like, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to tell my doctor, because, they say, tell your doctor so you can get that. I was like, I'm not going to do that. But one night, my eyes were burning so much I couldn't even sleep. It was like when I was sleeping and I would move my eyes with my eyelids closed, it was like it was sandy underneath. It was like scratchy. And I told my wife, we got to go get something for it. And I went and got some stuff to soothe, give me some relief. But then after that, it got better. It got better. And I didn't end up calling my doctor or doing nothing. As a matter of fact, right now it's spring time and my eyes have not gotten irritated. So it must have just been something that I was going through. But that's what a level 1 business is that it's going to make you aware of a problem. And all of the people that have something similar, they're going to start grouping themselves into that problem. And then their solution is usually the only solution. It's usually the only solution that's available to them. Level 2 business is when the consumer does know that they had a problem, and then they want to see your solution and they want to see it demonstrated. There's not too much competition, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, but it's not like it's full of competition. So they basically will just try. That's why when weight loss pills came out, people would try that pill, then they'll try another one, try another one, try another one. Even though they're all selling the same thing, they just thought that the solution and the demonstration of how to use that specific solution, I'll go ahead and give it a try. It makes sense. That's level 2 business. Now, level 3 is where it starts to get interesting, because they're like, hey, all y'all business owners ain't nothing but trying to get our money. And so you're going to have to do a lot more to get my money. So level 3 business is, you got to have a problem. All the time, people got to have a problem. If you're trying to sell something to people that don't know they have a problem, you have a problem. And I'm going to do this in order of priority, because when we get to level 4, you're going to see what makes the difference and where you might be having a problem with selling your product or service. Level 3 businesses, you have a problem. That's number 1. That's, if you have this written down, that's like number 1. Put a circle around it. Number 2 is your solution. So your solution is second in the mind of the consumer. 3 is a demonstration of your product or service, your solution. Demonstration of it. You see this a lot with the commercials. But there's something that gets thrown in on level 3 businesses that I didn't mention on level 1 and level number 2, which is results. You got to show results. People want to see results. So you have you identify the problem, add a solution, you demonstrate it, and now they want to see results. They want to be like, hey, are people getting good results using your stuff? You got to prove it to me. I want to see some people. I want to read some reviews. I want to see something. You got to prove, you got to show me. Weight loss commercials, what do? Before and after. The pill companies, what do? They show people identifying the problem, show people all happy outside, eyes aren't hurting, all that stuff. Now, let's go into level 4. Level 4 business, you identify the problem. That's always going to be number 1. But a level 4 business, guess what gets moved up into the second spot? Results. Results are in spot number 2 in a level 4 business. So you identify the problem. You jump right into the results. People want to see results because they're buying the end result. But the skepticism is so high with level 4 business, with level 4 customers, with how they're looking at our businesses, that you have to go results, overwhelming amount of results. And then you go into the solution and then you demonstrate it, because what it's going to do is the results is the emotional side of the individual making a decision. They like seeing that that person looks like me. That person could be me. I identify with that person. Even though, see, that's an emotional response, because you don't know what resource that individual had. You don't have the same mind or brain or live in the same area, none of that, but it's all about emotion. So the results, blow it up with results. If you go to my website for my businesses, I blow it up with the results. And then you go into the solution and demonstration. That's how you do it. So that's the 4 levels of business. So, closing out this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, Making Money with Stephen A. Williams on YouTube. If you're watching on LinkedIn, just do me a favor and like this video. I know you got something out of it. It'll help you with your business. If you're looking at potentially creating an AI product, you can set up a consultation with our company. We'll give you a 1-hour consultation. We do charge for it because we want to do this for serious-minded individuals. But you can contact me here either on LinkedIn, or you can go to my website, Blue Book MKE, and you can send me a message through there, and we can have a conversation. And then if you want to take it to the next level and have a consultation with my AI team, these are people that I will endorse with this company. I'm a part of it. I'm the bridge for business owners to get that understanding to programmers. We can have that conversation. Thank you for your time, and I will try to get back to making videos a lot more regularly here on the channel. But if not, you know that I'm in the laboratory working. Thank you for your time. Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube.